All right, this isn't gonna be perfect. This is gonna be. It's not gonna be a perfect cooking show. I can promise you that right now because my kids are going nuts. But it's football Sunday, so when we're talking about culture, we're talking about cooking good food. My house, Sundays are a big deal. When I was growing up, when I was Italian, my mom would always make big meals on Sunday, and I'm trying to keep that tradition going. So I always say, in my house, even if the Eagles lose, we'll always be eating good. So today I'm making a beef brisket. Ingredients for a beef brisket is obviously a brisket. So I got a 3-pounder. You need to chop up some onions. So I'm chopping up 3 onions right now. You saute the onions up with some butter and some spices. The way I'm doing these onions is you cut them in quarters and then you thinly slice them. So 3 chopped onions. Got to put a couple bay leaves in there for flavor. Need a teaspoon of thyme. If you got enough thyme, put it in there. So you do these low and slow until they're caramelized. So I got my heat on low right now with the 4 tablespoons of butter. For some extra flavor in the onions, I'm going to be adding some white pepper, some black pepper, and some salt. So while the onions are caramelizing, I'm going to brown the brisket. So the way to do that is you add some olive oil and you're just going to brown it on all sides for a few minutes. All right, so I got some olive oil in there. Take your beef brisket. This is a big boy. Goes right in there. This is called Dutch oven. So you do everything in here. So you do 5 minutes on each side. Medium high. All right, so 5 minutes are up on the one side. I'm gonna flip this bad boy over. I've never done this one-handed, so it could be fun, but. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Looking good. Onions getting there. Still need more time. And I know I'm extra, but we have some family coming over. So in the crock pot, easiest thing ever. This is a pork shoulder. It's like $7. And a pack of pre-made sauce. It's like a slow cooker apple bourbon sauce. You just put that bad boy in the crock pot on high for 4 hours. Literally put it in, pour the sauce on top, done. Just so we have some extra food if people show up. My wife wants me to say we're not having a party. It's just this family that we always hang out with. But this is what I'm using. It's a slow cooker, apple bourbon, pulled pork.
What's Daddy doing?
Cooking. You want to brown all sides, so I'm actually holding it up top right now, and I'm just making sure the front gets brown too. You don't have to do that for the full 5 minutes, maybe just a couple, 30, 40 seconds. Bam, that's looking good. So you just take that off the heat. Dutch oven's hot, so you don't want to touch it with your hands. So I'm just pushing it off the heat. And then everything will go into this pan. Lid goes on, and it goes in the oven and cooks all day long. Still caramelizing onions. It's been about, I want to say, 20 minutes. When you're cooking low and slow, it takes time, but it's worth the wait. When your onions look like this and they're kind of a little bit almost burnt looking, that's when they're good to go. So to that, we're going to add 2 cups of beef broth and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Go right in there. Turn the heat up just so I could get it bubbling nice and hot. Then the next part's super easy. Got the oven preheated to 325. Lid for the Dutch oven goes on top. Make sure it's not still hot. And it goes right in the oven, in middle rack. Boom, she's in. 4 hours later, donezo. Let's check on things. About 2 hours left. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. So it was bubbling pretty good, so I reduced the heat down to 300 for the last 2 hours. So it's like a low, slow simmer. Doing?
I'm gonna find all both tablets. Seven's tablet and Jeremy's tablet.
I don't know where your tablets are, honey. They're probably here somewhere.
They're like purple and blue.
Yeah.
And they're like same color as them. We lost some Legos, like Cat Boy and Ella and Gecko, Ant-Man and Captain America and Ryan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's find it. Let's look around, all right? Probably does. Good job, Trip.
I tell you the truth, I think I'm a river dance. The Lord of the Dance.
Trip, next time you got to put a hat out with a couple dollars in there so people give you a couple dollars. All done. I'm gonna slice this thin, give people put out some rolls. Maybe people make a roll sandwich with it, or maybe we will have it. Some of these potatoes that I whipped up real quick. Easy, just some olive oil, seasonings, oven, half hour, 400 degrees. Boom.